This is Friday's racing analysis. I'll make a comment about Kelso and its decision that it will hold its Monday meeting behind closed doors at the end of the video. We'll start with the Triumph Hurdle and a win for Burning Victory, a very dramatic race. Jockeys Paul Townend and the first of 4 winners on the day for Willie Mullins, all 4 in a row. The issue really was, of course, if you saw the race, was Goshen. About 10 of clear at the last and then dramatically unseating Jamie Moore. I'm not at all blaming Jamie Moore for a horse unseating it. Apparently got his legs caught together. Goshen did, not Jamie Moore. But I do wonder what Jamie Moore was doing into that hurdle. He seemed to be riding quite hard, I think. And I don't think he needed to. He was already 10 us up, and I think that was a bit of a miscalculation. I think the stands felt Quarter Star, Nigel Clark Memorial Chase. I could always probably use all 3 names just about. In 2016, when Dal Jacob was riding Mike Batten, Dal Jacob was even further clear, about 15 lengths, something like that clear, and really got it completely wrong. I mentioned Dal Jacob a few times in these videos recently. I actually no real issue with him as jockey. It just happens to be that he's come up here, and it was why I just remembered there, and he got that completely wrong. And it's like, did more mistake, wasn't quite as bad as Dal Jacob, but I think he didn't get it right there. All mankind, I wonder if almost Harry Skelton went too slowly on the horse. I haven't seen a horse run before. And now he goes off very, very quickly. And I wonder if a slight touch of restraint was used, and I don't think it worked very well. And then he still finished a decent third. Navarro Passing 4 was actually tipped up by someone in one of the preview meetings, winning a good race. Overall, this shouldn't detract at all from the victory of Burning Victory. As I said, Paul Town and Willie Mullins' horse started really badly and actually was wound up the back and struggling. They came storming through. Great victory for the mare, joining mares such as myself, Shuria and Snowdrop in winning this race. Then moved to the County Hurdle. Pity this handicap isn't still named after Vincent O'Brien. It was for quite a while, and I think probably still should have been, but that's Cheltenham's decision. And a winning favourite in San Roy. As I said, obviously trained by Willie Mullins, and another win for Barry Garrett. He had a lot this week, and another win for JP McMahon. So that's even more. Great weekend for the 2 of them par. Obviously, Duffy Dessau is the eclipse in the champion chase. Second, Arman running was also well supported, coming in second, third, and then Embittered and Booming Up got a cup in 4th. Albert Bartlett, Novice Hurdle, also known officially as the Spa Hurdle, win for Monkfish, win for the Richies there. So I think Susanna Ritchie technically owns the horse. It comes up in, if you look it up, ownership of that's who actually won from Ritchie. When Harry Finley, who owned Denman, technically didn't own his horses. I think it seemed to be Paul Barber and his mother. So Paul Barber and Mrs. Harry Finley's mother, not Paul Barber's mother. Win a game by Paul Townend, as I was saying, a game, a third one trained by Willie Mullins. Tight race, certainly between the leading 4 horses, later Exhibition second, a few were third and Tyne Hill 4. Townend apparently a bit unlucky in running. Complaints that maybe should have been a disqualification, even maybe Monkfish. But Richard Johnson was defeated more significantly. I don't think he probably was. I don't think it made the greatest difference. Monkfish running well. I don't quite know where to go from here. It wasn't a devastating performance anymore. More than 4 pretty much close together. Well, clear for 5th horse, Danadil. But I'm not sure how the form will stack up with Fandel, of course, next year. And then a fascinating Gold Cup. It wasn't the greatest Gold Cup in terms of quality, I'm not sure, because all the horses were based pretty much close together with each other at the third last. Makes you think that maybe no one has something to start in the race, in the sense of anything a devastating performance like Denman in 2008, for example. Barbone Photo became the first horse to win back-to-back Gold Cups since Best Mate did. Of course, in 2002, that horse winning 2003 and 2004. Bone Photo is the same age as the Best Mate was, so certainly could win it next year. The last horse could win 2, of course, was Quarter Star, who won in 2007 and 2009. Open Photo match, the triple winners of Best Mate, Arkle, Cottage Wake, and of course a great 1950s horse called Miller, who won 5 in a row. Impossibility, but it's It's a very close race, I'm saying, with a lot of horses together. Santini very nearly winning, getting up under the neck of the Bourneville, just a few strides short, winning a good race. Lost in translation in third, travelled really well, and I think didn't maybe quite stay. The same as a sixth wheel steel, or possibly even trying the best actually. I think 2 to go, really having well, and just maybe didn't quite get home. Monley in fourth, maybe didn't stay either. Fifth, Delta had a bad start, didn't jump well early doors, and frankly, I made late headway, but I think its jumping wasn't good enough. Today, Kemboy got disappointing. Started up the front, went out to the back, and went over the shop, and never really got into it. Clanders a bird, I think he looks a bit of a Kempton horse. I don't think it's his torch at all. I actually had a bit of money in Bristol Mile. A lot of people fancied him each way with preview meetings I went to. He went well enough early on. I actually backed him now, I think, 3 times. I think as a 6-year-old and then as an 8-year-old. I don't think he ran as a 7-year-old actually. I can't remember. And he ran okay for a while, but then fell away. Christian ran well for a long while, but dropped away. The other horse I backed was Elegant Escape. He didn't run that well last year, and I thought it might be worth a bet this year, but basically one as good as the horse is, I think. And presenting Percy, it's a good chance to do in place with not falling the second last, running a decent enough race, certainly better than last year. Fox Hunter's Chase, it came to pass indeed. I think it came to pass as a shock when at 66 to 1. As you can see, the horse's form is absolutely bizarre. You look at it. Certainly the last 2 runs, where it's on the 29th of December, in the Hunter Chase, it came 7th, and last time out, 26th of January, in a point-to-point, it's actually pulled up, and it's astonishing form to be in this race. The previous wins have been a Cork Hunter Chase on the 17th of November, and then the 30th of May, Killarney Hunter Chase. It has won races, but form the last couple of times have been so shocking when it went up 66 to 1. Incredibly high priced winner. Billaway, another Mullins horse, Patrick Mullins. I have to say, didn't do anything wrong here. William Mullins trained horse, but well beaten. Tennis back in second place. Chantal a Flyer, who I fancied, ran okay, stayed enough race in third place, and then with Stoker Wallace and Miller Rocker with 2 JP McManus horses, ridden by those great amateurs, Damien Cook and Derek O'Connor, in 4th and 5th. But what a great result there for Maxine O'Sullivan, and trained by Eugene O'Sullivan. Great result for 2 of them. Move to the Grand Annual. Johnny Henderson at Grand Annual. Favourite chosen mate winning this under Davy Russell, trained by Gordon Elliott. Second horse is Eclair de Buffo. Third was a Sevem, and Green Team winning well enough in 4th place. And Finval running well in 5th place at 50 to 1. And final race, and Indefatigable certainly was, and I'm delighted. I've actually backed the horse, and I thought my bet was pretty dead. And I looked at 2 horses in the race. Actually 3 horses. Just before the off, I had a small, massive, like 4 to 1 bet on a couple of quid on Big Blue, just in case horse might turn up this time around. It's coming in from Australia. I remember, of course, Dawson Glory back in the 95, 96. I think it was 96, coming across from America with a great reputation, hunting a haydock and basically not being good enough and struggling to beat horses like Gareth Savannah. I think may have beaten it. I mean, I don't even when they're winning the race, so it can't put. He won major haydock races, and I think some of his horses come across and just don't do very well. French birds do, but I think as the Australian American horses, just maybe it's something to think it's easier than it's actually. Yes, he came actually it started off all right and came nowhere. A couple of quid on Thomas McDonough came, didn't do much. But Indefatigable was struggling all the way around. He didn't start well, and I thought, halfway around, I think, that's in my bet. And suddenly it's flying along towards the end. A bit lucky, I have to say, possibly the fall of Column of Fire. But Wet Dingle getting Indefatigable up in the last few strides. I was watching the race in Betfair Bookmakers in Newcastle. To change which bookmaker watch it in every time, actually. And I was thinking, oh God, of course, he's got to come into a line. Now it's got my normal short head defeat of the Cheltenham Festival. I seem to have won. And now he just got up by a short head to beat Pillion in 2nd place. Great White Shark and Everett Sidewind in 3rd, and Happy Go Lucky 4th. Something I've overlooked. So Tom Lee, if you remember, Tom Lee used to do betting on Channel 4 for a number of years for racing. he actually was one of the experts on Betfair TV, and would actually make a comment about the Triumph Hurdle. I just remember now, and he was saying about Jamie Moore's Wide that you just can't slow a horse up into a hurdle, and it's not. He said it was not. It's not like driving a bus. And I think I agree to an extent with him, but I don't. I think he didn't. I'm not expecting Jamie Moore to slow the horse up, just not keep pushing it, frankly. So there's a disagreement there. But Tom Lever does know his racing, actually. You may think he's only a betting guy, and he's just a sister of Kerry Lee. I've been to race meetings where Kerry Lee has runners, and he actually helped. He quite a few times helping kind of attack and stuff like that. So to be fair, Tom Lee is actually very involved in racing. He's not just a betting guy. He's actually involved in the nuts and bolts of racing. So he may have a point. He certainly has to say probably knows more about horses and riding than I do. I've never sat on a horse in my entire life, so Tom Lee I think might know a bit more. So maybe Tom Lee understands that more than that. And it came clear today that Kelso's Monday meeting will be held behind closed doors. The Scottish Government did a little sturgeon saying basically that public meetings or events, more than 500 people, are going to try and actually stop them. And it looks like there's going to be action in Britain next week. We're not sure exactly what. It could be something very similar actually now. And I've actually considered going to the Kelso meeting on 21st of March. And frankly, we don't know yet what's going to happen about that. We have to get a train ticket. And if it gets a bit too late on before, if they're not buying a train ticket, they don't know the meeting's on. They get a train to Berwick from Newcastle and a bus from Berwick to Kelso. I'm certainly not going to just buy one of the off chance. And if it gets too late on, it starts to get a little more expensive, a train. And I'll go for something else I can go to. Talking Hallie's comment, discussing about 2.5 hours in the morning from 10:30 to 1. And actually would like to go to that, but just Kelso's on the same day. And I increasingly think I'll just do that and sack Kelso. Musselburgh meeting the day before Friday was a 3-day Northern Race meeting, set 3-way meetings. Musselburgh's Friday, Kelso Saturday, and Carlisle Sunday. Of course, Carlisle's fine because it's south of the border, no issues at all, really, because it's across the other side of the border. So it might be that either Scottish Government are overreacting or British Government are underreacting, but it does look like British Government may take action next week. Assuming it's not cancelled, Carlisle that is, I'll probably go to that on Sunday. I was planning to. Would like to go on the Musselburgh on Friday, but trains are coming a little too expensive. And actually had planned to go to the point-to-point meeting at Kelso. It's actually in the centre of Kelso, will be point-to-point course rather than a little bit up the hill where the race course is. I haven't been to a point-to-point meeting before. I've been to every race course in Britain, or all of them, not the close to Folkestone. I did go to Toaster, but never went to Folkestone and Ford Ireland. And I've been to point-to-point. I was keen to go and how. I'll keep an eye on that and just see what happens, whether a meeting gets cancelled or not. How many people will be there? Will be less, I think, the race meeting, obviously, at Kelso will be. So it might be okay, but I might just leave it. It's a couple of other point-to-points. I think we're going to a north. The problem with point-to-point, if you don't have a car, and I don't have a driving licence, is a lot of them are slightly obscure places, even if they're in quite near towns, and you can't walk. I can get to a place, but then I can't walk from it to the race courses. There's a few like that you think would be okay. Hexham's one of them, which is basically a race course, but there's no easy way of walking from the Hexham to a race course. So I've got a few options there, and I've also got tickets, and I have ordered train tickets actually for the Musselburgh 11th of April, the Easter meeting there. And of course that could well be cancelled if this sort of thing continues. And probably if that's the case, I've already got a train ticket. I just go to Edinburgh for the day and go to the National Gallery, something like that. There's enough stuff to do in Edinburgh. Even a few places are closed. That might be closed, of course, depending on what happens with coronavirus. But there's options there. I also got a ticket later in the month to Epsom for the Derby Trials meeting. And that's costing quite a bit more on the train. I would be a bit annoyed if that's cancelled. I could hope the cost ticket to Musselburgh was about 30 quid less on the train. So that is enough to do in London. If it comes to it, there's enough to do in London. I can do that. But anyway, as in Cheltenham, we will move to Swimming Long with us next year, next March. Let's all look forward to that.